I'm Jen with NPS Family Travel, and I am here to share with you how and why you should go from high maintenance to camper. I know this is my life. So today I have 15 tips for you on how to go from high maintenance to hyper camper. Hyper in a good way. You love to camp, right? Just like I do. It depends. There are tools I need and there is comfort that is just part of my expectation. So unfortunately, as much as I know that suffering breeds resilience, people don't get a lot of joy maybe out of the suffering process. And sometimes when we go on vacation or we travel or just when we're with family and we have the chaos of kids to deal with, finding comfort in other things while we are present is very helpful to create a positive memory and an experience that we will want to return for again and again. So I have 15 tips. Some of these are a little bit wild and a little cheeky and may or may not work for people. So we'll get to those at the end. But the first ones I think can apply to everybody. First, you can chase the weather. That's right. In Texas, we are in the Austin area, and during the summer, we are up to about 110 degrees. It is not pleasant. It is not even a dry heat. So when we spend most of the summer up in the mountains, I am living my best life. I am improving my comfort by being outdoors. I am not sitting inside in darkened houses trying to suffer through the heat of the summer. So your number one tip for how to go from high maintenance to loving the outdoors is to follow the weather. Number two, when we go to our national parks, so many of them are so popular that these days fantastic gateway towns are built up around them. These gateway towns are a lot of fun to explore. They offer some really good dining sometimes. And sometimes when we are camping, one thing that is so special and sort of a payoff moment is when we can go and find some great restaurants to have a couple meals out. And that certainly helps the budget too. Camp a little bit, feast a little bit in fancy restaurants, then camp a little bit and go back for another feast. Or go back for a great morning breakfast at one of the famous local pancake shops. That's one of my husband's favorite things to do in Acadia. So, gateway town. Find a great gateway town, and that will help improve your transition from high maintenance to loving the outdoors in our national park system. Number three, another fantastic characteristic about these gateway towns is they often provide a lot of opportunities to do different things, right? It's not just the food, it's not the town itself, but they will provide outfitters that help us create a diversity of experience within our camping vacation. For example, many of the towns will have a high ropes course, or they might have zip lining. They might have indoor climbing gyms for those that maybe aren't comfortable or it becomes cost prohibitive to actually get a guide and go on a rock climbing adventure. Sometimes you can go do it inside for a fraction of the cost in the air conditioning. Those are a lot of fun. One of our favorite things to do as a family is go to the Estes Park Mountain Shop, and the kids love to go on the climbing wall. They have a lot of fun, kills like maybe an hour, and it's a fraction of the cost of actually getting a guide and going rock climbing. So the gateway towns do often provide access to a real diversity of experience. So there is fun that goes far beyond sitting at a lake, fishing, or kayaking, or even hiking. Lots to do. And the bigger ones that really offer great experiences in terms of the gateway towns and how they assist with entertainment would be Acadia, certainly Rocky Mountain National Park. We love that one. They have the rainbow slide there in Estes Park. The kids love that. Glacier National Park, they have some great different activities outside of the park in their gateway towns. And certainly the Great Smoky Mountains have fantastic activities in their gateway towns. The next thing that's really important for those of us that want to go from high maintenance to I'm a camper is to have good food. And most importantly, to not run out of the food. You know, I talk about this in almost every single video that has anything to do with camping and having a good attitude. To me, it always starts with food. So make sure that you have plenty of your favorite snacks. Make sure that you have plenty of your favorite food. And make sure that if you are grumpy or anxious or don't want to be there for some other reason, that maybe you have another supplement that might help ease some of your tension. So food is so important, and that's a place where you can make your investment. You can do backpacking meals. They are more expensive, maybe $10 to $15 a meal, but if you need a hot meal and people have very different tastes and maybe somebody won't eat a hot dog cooked over the campfire, throw them a backpacking meal. That will help with that transition to be more pleasant and excited about camping in the future. The next one, I think we're at number 5, right? Ooh, the next one I just did a video about, and that is about going potty at the campground or while you're traveling. You need to make sure that if there are any tools within the world that could help an anxious camper feel more comfortable as they are transitioning to more of the camp life, buy the tools, invest in the tools. It's fine. It's a little bit embarrassing. It really helps you wave your I'm high maintenance flag, but it's fine. We're moving over to the better side, right? Dark side to light side. We're becoming better, and if we need something to help with that transition, like a little baby foldable potty that we keep somewhere discreet, do it, invest in it. The next one has to do, or the next 3 really have to do with comfort. Comfort is so important. You need to have comfortable shoes, top priority, right? The feet have to be comfortable. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that. You can find your own shoes. I suggest maybe being fitted for something at REI or another place where you have great experts that can help you find and be matched to something that's good for your shape of foot. Another thing is clothing. You want to have layers, layers, layers. You want to make sure that you are very comfortable in the clothing, whether that means that you're in yoga pants all day, every day, whether it means that you're in sweats all day, or whether you need to be dressed up because that's how you feel your best. It is worth investing the time and energy to make sure that you have a fantastic selection of clothing that is going to be comfortable for you so that you can have a great time on your trip. And then the last one in the comfort category is sleep gear. Sleep is second only to food in my personal book. So having a great setup in terms of sleeping bag, sleep pad, and really testing out my gear and making sure that I have a combination that works for me is worth the time and worth the investment. As impatient as I am and as much as I hate to try a million new bags and sleeping pads, you've got to go through it to make the experience more pleasant to help me and other high maintenance people make the transition over into camp life. Now we're going to go into some hygienic stuff because often that also is connected a little bit to comfort, right? I like to feel clean. After a day or two, once I start to feel not clean, that affects my mental state and my overall comfort. So one thing that can be very helpful to use outside of showers themselves would be the large body wipes. Now, you can get baby wipes, and baby wipes are very handy for just daily use that you can use throughout the day as needed on you, your kids, the family, the dog, whatever you need. Baby wipes are fantastic. But there are also almost towel-sized body wipes that you can use, and people often will bring while they're camping. I know my husband, when he goes to Big Bend alone and goes camping and there are not showers that he can access, he'll bring those massive towel-sized camping sort of body wipes. So that's a great solution for a lot of people, but we always need some sort of wipes. I know it's not super environmentally friendly, but it helps with the comfort level, and comfort is key here. The next one is dry shampoo. I will go days and days without washing my hair. That's completely fine with me. But as things start to go downhill there, I do like to spruce up a little bit with some level of dry shampoo. There are lots of different shampoos. I would highly recommend not using scented dry shampoos. Whether that means that you need to use just like a cornstarch or you need to get some sort of powder, stay away from the dry shampoos that are heavily scented. In my experience, they can also attract bugs, and bugs are my arch nemesis, even when I am living my best camp life up in the mountains on a beautiful 70-degree day. So dry shampoo, not scented dry shampoo. The next one is a hat, right? That's a great solution. We're out of dry shampoo. I don't want to use dry shampoo. Whatever it is, I'm not feeling my best. We look good in hats. Get a hat. Have a hat that feels great, looks great, even if it's just one that you can wear with all your outfits. Make sure you always have a hat. And as much as I love visors, having a hat that is a full hat all the way over the head, that can help with the bad hair days. Okay, so here we go into the last, predominantly for the ladies, and if you are against high maintenance people, or if you can't maybe find humor in yourself, then you may want to just skip this part and catch me on the next video. Here we go. The next thing, this plays into comfort for me. This I have not done, but it is on my personal list to become a better, more flexible and friendly camper, and that is laser hair removal. Yes, you heard that right. I would suggest to you and any high maintenance lady that is affected by the amount of hair growth that happens in between showers or in between shaving sessions to consider laser hair removal. Nobody else has put that out there that I've seen. I'm just gonna do it. I will take one for the team. But you know, some of you got some good ideas. Some of you understand exactly what I'm saying here. So laser hair removal. Next one, for those ladies that wear makeup, okay? Eyelash extensions. I haven't done this a whole lot. However, if you are into this, if you are very into makeup, you wear makeup every day, and you are trying to be lower maintenance, as ironic as this sounds, the eyelash extensions will keep you from having to put on the mascara, from taking the time to do it, or taking the time to take it off while at camp. I don't do this most of the time. I've only done it a couple times, as I noted. However, it is very tempting. I'll be gone on various camping trips for about a month this summer. And sometimes, especially when I set out on these month-plus long journeys where I am expected to have a good attitude and be as low maintenance as possible, the thought does cross my mind. And the last one that I might suggest to my high maintenance friends is microblading. Yes, we all look better with eyebrows. I'm just gonna put that out there, okay? And some of us need a little help in that department. And putting on your eyebrows when you are at camp can make you look high maintenance, which again, we don't always like to wave our high maintenance flags. But microblading can be a very nice solution to those of us with the sparse brows. So these are kind of wild cards, but I will be very honest, they are things that would make my camping experience as a high maintenance lady much nicer, maybe a bit easier. Maybe I'd be just slightly more pleasant, feel slightly more free, and then endure all of the other trials, build up resilience, and ultimately be my best self or a better self. Okay, so these are about 15 suggestions for those that want to go from high maintenance to camper casual. I invite you to share your ideas in the comments, but in all seriousness, all of this transition, all of the work to spend more time outdoors, to spend more time camping with the family, enjoying the simplicities of the world around us, are a fantastic investment in your time. And I very much hope that I see you outdoors in our federal lands and that you enjoy your summer with your family. Thanks for visiting.